Recruiting is more and more about how people will fit into a company rather than simply their technical know-how. That's why soft skills, how to negotiate, communicate, give feedback and work in teams, amongst other things, are essential skills for managers of the future. Well, one MBA course that gives at least equal weight to these skills is the University of St. Gallen in Switzerland. Let's now talk to Professor Simon Evenett, who's the academic director there. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. Professor Evenett, Simon, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
It's great to be here, thank you.
Now, as I said in the introduction there, soft skills are becoming easily as important as business knowledge in an MBA. Why is that?
Well, that's what business is telling us. We've been told that businesses used to hire on hard skills and fire on soft skills. Now they want both, and they demand both. The other important piece of this equation is that many MBAs are coming to our programs with weaker soft skills. There's more evidence that more and more MBAs, through the use of digital tools, don't have the same set of soft skills that a previous generation would have had. A good MBA program must bridge the gap.
And I suppose you are known for your integrative approach to teaching, and the soft skills must come into that rather than traditional teaching. So what's the difference to you?
Well, what we do is we take the traditional silo teaching, the subject by subject understanding, and get our MBAs to be able to use that knowledge to look at a business problem from multiple angles. To give you an example, last year we had a case where we asked our MBAs to analyse the CEO of Ryanair's statements that Brexit had caused some bad quarterly results. A smart MBA would look at that from an accounting angle, a corporate strategy angle, a corporate valuation angle, as well as a business environment angle, and integrate that. And that's the type of integrative thinking that we want our MBAs to do when they critically analyse a business problem.
Now, you have said that there are too many MBA programs in the world, that we've reached saturation point. So what should happen about that?
Well, I think the trigger for change ultimately comes from the MBA applicants themselves. They've got to sort out which MBA programs are really delivering. And here there is a problem for applicants, which is that MBA programs are like five-star hotels. They all have great websites. They all say they do wonderful things. The issue really is not what they claim to do, but what they actually do. It's the experience that counts. And a smart MBA should do some serious due diligence before they decide to apply. They should visit the schools, and they should figure out who is really delivering what they say they do.
Now, the term MBA has been devalued a bit, hasn't it? We've got online MBAs, mini MBAs, in-house MBAs. So what problems does that create, and what do you think is the solution?
Well, it's a little bit cheeky, the use of MBAs by the mini MBAs and the like. These guys obviously are latching on to a successful brand. No one calls themselves a mini Masters in Management by contrast. So I think we can be pretty sure that the MBA brand is strong. But the challenge really for us is that many MBAs are a bit like a stroll in the park, and an MBA is a marathon. And I think people who go to these different formats should expect a very different outcome. And I think they attract very different outcomes. There are no shortcuts to becoming a senior manager. You need the full package, and that's what a first-rate MBA program should give you.
And they're already changing, aren't they, the programs? They're blending some traditional teaching with other elements, blended learning. What do you see as the main developments over the next maybe 5 or 10 years?
Well, I think we'll see MBA programs trying to refine blended learning, which will involve professors more actively helping MBAs overcome their learning difficulties which they encounter with online material. But a much more deeper point is that I think we're going to learn that MBAs can't get as much out of online materials unless they have disciplined, effective learning styles. And that is what we're going to have to work on. We're going to have to show MBAs how to relearn how to learn, to reacquire the learning skills that they probably had at university, but which frayed and atrophied in the private sector.
And then when they've got their MBA qualification, they have been in and out of fashion with recruiters and HR departments over the years, haven't they? Where are we in that cycle, and what do you say to the doubters?
To the doubters, I would say that the MBA programs have endured, and they clearly have met the market test. Otherwise, this degree would not have survived. MBA programs have clearly evolved. It's not like we've gone from MBA 1.0 to 2.0. We're probably up to MBA 89.0 in terms of changes. For sure, different MBA programs have done more or less well. In our experience, we've found that by working very closely with corporate partners, that we'll be able to understand what they want and to ensure that they find what they're looking for in our graduates.
And just to end, there are now 11 Asian MBAs in the FT's top 50. In 2000 there were none. So what would you say about the rise of the Asian MBAs?
Well, I think the rise of the Asian MBAs has been on the whole very positive. After all, I mean, we haven't seen the European MBAs or North American MBAs go under as a result. What we have is a greater diversity of choice. The MBA brand is wider than it's ever been before. The degree is more portable. For sure we have more competition, but that's good for keeping us on our toes and finding out new and better ways to deliver for our applicants.
All right, well, Simon, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And join us next time when we'll be discussing the latest innovations in enterprise cyber risk and the circular economy. Bye-bye for now.